Got to get it, Papa. Well, here I am standing on the corner, but I'm not in Arizona. I'm on the corner near Lafayette, and I'm in front of this cool house here, this pretty house, and because they're filming a short film here called Beetles on the Billboard. And look that. You can kind of tell something's going on because the windows are covered up. See how they covered up with black plastic? That's to make it look dark inside, so it looks like nighttime. Yep, inside is going to look like nighttime.
Yeah. The joys of filming nighttime scenes during the daytime.
That's it.
I brought yeah, so the next.
And you notice it doesn't go all the way across to here. Just this part of the house is what needs to be dark. Yeah, and this is a little calm before the storm, you could say, inside here. This is the living room area, and you can see got the camera set up and everything, all the equipment they need there, and they get ready to start dressing this. Some scenes going to take place in here. So this is the area with the blackened windows, and on this side too.
So they black and mine, it's got a little bit of curtain. One thing I learned is one of the cheapest ways to black out a window is to use aluminum foil. But when you still need that window in the shot, piece of foam board with a fake window frame.
There you go.
And all you need, a little lace curtain over it. You got a beautiful night sky.
It's beautiful. You know, those little tension rods, so it's going to fit right inside the frame there and stay up, so you don't have to use nails or anything.
Right, because we are filming at my parents' house. So.
And when it's done, you just yank it down and and you're gone.
And then I'm going to have 5 lace curtains that have accumulated from different Goodwills and garage sales. Right there.
Ta-da. Lovely.
Beautiful. This is where the majority of filming was done on the first day. And as you can see, a lot of things just kind of had to be sheeted over time. You know, the bed and the headboard were, you know, aligned with the picture, but everything's moved a little bit. The desk isn't quite up against the wall. Even the computer screen is almost off the edge. So it was just a matter of getting it from one side, getting it from the next, and things moving around. Together though, so I don't know which ones.
Oh, I got him.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, you know, just kind of got little corners for things. We were rearranging a whole bunch of posters, including this one right here, trying to speak future projects into existence.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll see what happens there. So this was a twin bed we just had in the attic, but when I put it up against the wall, I'm like, it looks weird without a headboard. So what do you do when you're on a budget? You make one. What we have here is basically a large picture frame. You can kind of see a little bit of the picture in there. And then this is wood grain contact paper that's just covered strips of foam board.
Yeah.
So I have to tell guys, like, guys, this is not a working headboard, so don't put your weight on it. And if we move the bed, we gotta move the headboard individually.
Yep.
Okay, right here's a bit of photoshopping I had to do. Something I realized early on was if you have news reports in the show, you need to actually film those. So I kind of just photoshopped a desktop screen, and that's all we needed the computer to do.
There you go.
Some fellow actors, Amanda Caldwell, Trevor Duhon, took those pictures probably back in April. Just how long we've been planning this. But yeah, this is where we were doing most of yesterday. I'm excited that today we get to branch out more, because 9 bodies in this room without any air conditioning. It gets to you.
Very cramped. That's one of the things when you're filming on location. It's nice to have air conditioning, but usually it makes plenty of noise. So when it's time to shoot, you have to shut it off, and it stays cut off for a while. So it gets hot really fast, especially with lights in there, you know, things like that.
Yeah,
so.
and sound it was definitely an issue. The AC you can at least turn off.
Mhm.
Our stomachs could not. All our stomachs were going yesterday.
Oh no!
Even with food, it was just like the sound guy's just like, yeah, I'm hearing someone.
Oh yeah.
Time that wood grain contact paper came in handy. Nice looking bureau. Well, it had windows on it, but those windows kind of reflective. So yeah.
Oh god. Yeah.
Once again, wood grain contact paper solves all.
The kitchen is being transformed.
Yes. You think so? Okay. So,
Bring that whole bag.
Like I found myself in a little accusatory, and I thought, no, wait a minute, she seems fine, and this boy's in trouble. She's not getting accusatory, right? She's concerned.
Yeah, question mark.
we're having to settle for Bob Ross fridge magnets. 'Cause it was the best deal I got.
Yeah.
And I got a few little Easter eggs over here. For instance, you might recognize this magnet.
Oh yeah.
Show where we had Luguru on the Bayou show. And our actress Teresa recently directed this show.
There you go.
Just a
Cool.
little few things to throw in, some postcards, random stuff, few pictures of me actually when I was young, and now of my grandparents.
So yeah, when you freeze frame it, you can zoom in and see Cameron right there.
Pretty much.
And Bob Ross.
Hey, for all
His
we know-
landscape hair.
For all we know, maybe he's my uncle.
Yeah, there's a family connection there somewhere. Yeah, see?
And it's a nod can be passive and it can be aggressive, but when you nod, it's like,
See,
yep.
I'll put this.
And by nodding,
I'm probably overdoing it, but I see a lot of actual
they just set up full
here.
Yeah. So
Well traveled.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and
does-
do it. So
Okay,
back
yeah.
in the old days, they didn't have time code because the cameras weren't digital; they were all analog. But now,
Right.
with digital time code, it's based on hour, minute, seconds, and frames, which we're recording in 24 drop frame because it's a digital Sony camera that we're shooting with. Honestly, the time code itself is just another redundancy, and it helps speed up the editing process. So for me, whenever I take the footage and the audio at the end of the day, I use a specific app. I put in all the media files, and then when I press a select button, it syncs them all up based on time code. So I don't have to go through, and I don't have, if we have 30 clips and 30 audio, like 30 video clips and 30 audio clips, I don't have to go through and say, okay, where do I hear or where do I see the little slate clap there, and do I have to then match it up with audio? Now, it's still a good way to do this because it's good practice, because they'll always have this on bigger film sets.
Yeah.
Whenever working on some of the bigger sets in Baton Rouge and New Orleans, everything uses this. There's always the clap. So even if someone says, oh, well, we don't need a slate because it's already time code in, you still need whatever's going to be written up here. You need to know what roll number it is, you need to know what scene number, what take, which camera, if it's multiple cameras, and you need to know the specific frame rate. All this information is super important for the editor to use, which I'm the editor on this one, so I'm knowing. So it's really good for me to know what I'm working with in the edit. Yesterday's scene was only one location, one bedroom, but we had at least 24 different shots and different takes of each shot. So if I had to go in there and I didn't have a slate here to read out what was on, what the scene was covering, what the specific shot was covering, I would be really and truly screwed.
Yeah.
It would take so much more time, and we don't need to spend a very long amount of time editing a short film. I should be able to get an edit done in a relatively decent amount of time.
And now, this is a scene from the film, and the first time we're going to look at it, it's actually a rehearsal. It's on the set, you know, the actors are there, pretty much ready to go, except that there are still things going on around them. They're adjusting lights and moving props and set dressings around and things like that, trying to get everything where they need it to be for the scene to play out like it should.
Alright, good. You ready to do a run through? So
Quiet please for rehearsal.
let's just figure it out. I just want to see you guys do the dialogue. Say we'll like do adjustments after.
Okay, got you. Yes, sir.
Okay. And we go. And action.
last time I made this, almost everybody preferred it cut into cubes instead of stripes. Strips.
Shape doesn't matter much to me as long as it tastes the same.
Have you decided what door I'm coming
Just
from?
walk up. It's okay. That's what you're trying to.
Hey, Graham. Hey, Grams.
Well, I was beginning to wonder where you were.
You stop somewhere on the way home?
No, I got a couple extra hours at work.
Oh, you gonna be working late again tomorrow?
Mr. Stevens said he'd get back to me, but if not, I'll be working my normal hours.
You know if you'll be missing church on Sunday again?
Probably. Smells good. What is that?
Stir fry tonight.
Oh, any help?
I think we got it.
That the mail you got there?
Yeah, it's mostly junk. But, looks like you got something from the bank, and, Graham, you got some, coupons from Joanne's.
Oh, good. Well, I'm going to stop by there.
And now you're going to see the same scene as it's being filmed. And some of the dialogue changes a little bit as they walk through it. You'll notice that. But the actors come in and do the whole scene beginning to end. We only go show a little part of it though, just to give you an idea. And it's the same scene in each of these little clips.
Action.
You know, the last time I made this, everybody said they preferred it cut into cubes instead of strips.
Well, shape doesn't matter that much to me as long as it tastes the same.
Hey, Graham. Hey, Grams.
Well, I've been wondering where you were.
You stop somewhere on the way home?
No, I got a couple extra hours at work.
No? Will you be working again late tomorrow?
Maybe. Mr. Stevens said he'd get back to me on that, but, if not, I'll have my normal work hours.
You know yet if you'll be missing church again on Sunday?
Probably. Smells good. What's that?
It's stir fry tonight.
That sounds good. Y'all need any help?
No, I think we got it.
Is that the mail you got there?
Yeah, it's mostly junk, but, you got something from the bank, and, Graham, you got some coupons from Joanne, I think.
Yeah, good. Oh. Yeah, I've been meaning to stop by there. Thank you.
The last time we come around, it's the same scene, but the camera's in a different place. And so we get to see what happens from a different angle. But it's the same scene. You'll see some of the dialogue may be adjusted, changed up a little bit. And basically, by filming it from all these different angles, they can edit the views into one cohesive scene that you see in the finished film beginning to end. And it looks like one continuous thing. You know, you show different views and that kind of stuff, but it looks like one continuous thing. It could actually be from 5, 6 different shots. You never know how it's going to work out till you sit down and edit these things.
3 go for take 1, Mark. Walking out. And take a step back from me, real quick, Cameron. Cameron, put your back against the wall. There you go. Yeah. Action.
Hey, Graham. Hey, Grams.
I've been wondering where you were.
You stop somewhere on the way home?
Oh, no, I, got a couple extra hours at, work today.
Mm-hmm. You gonna be working late tomorrow too?
I don't know yet. Mr. Stevens said he'd get back with me on that, but otherwise I'll still have my normal hours tomorrow.
You know yet if you'll missing church this Sunday?
Probably. I don't know yet, but, Miss Nina told me to tell y'all, happy anniversary.
No, of course she did. She's such a sweetheart.
Smells good. What are y'all making?
Today is stir fry.
That sounds good. Y'all need any help?
I think we can take care of it. I think we got it.
That the mail you got there?
Yeah, it's, seems like mostly junk, but see, you got something from the bank, and Graham, you got some coupons from Joanne.
Yeah, good. Didn't need to stop by there. Thank you.
This is just a little family portrait we took when they were finishing up filming the scene that we just saw. The film also has some things that happen outdoors at night. This is a little view of what it looked like when they were working on that. Give you a little bit of idea of what can go into a 2-day shoot on a small budget short film. And keep an eye out for Beetles on a Billboard. It'll be coming out soon, and it'll be popping up at some film festivals and things like that. So look for that, y'all. And we'll see you next time on Look Dat.